Hi, my name is Sherry and welcome to this month's decluttering video. Something you may have heard me say in my past video is this is going on eBay. So I got a DM from one of my besties asking for a link to my eBay page, and I had to admit the truth. Nothing ever actually got listed on eBay. As much as I wanted to get the stuff out of my house, I just wasn't motivated enough to do all that listing and packaging and shipping. And that's when this babe helped me get past the next hurdle in my decluttering journey by offering to sell my things for me. I have tons of stuff that are considered collectible that I'm sure someone out there will want. So I immediately sent her 2 boxes with treasures that were in my flea market bins. Movie promo items. The game didn't fit in the box, so I actually still have that. A talking Michelle from Full House and Sabrina the Teenage Witch dolls that have never been opened. Burt Reynolds jigsaw puzzle. Every issue of Mad Magazine on CD-ROM. A Popeye mug and kitchen utensil holder, fast food giveaway items. I also sent her 5 purses, the small brown one I donated, and the jewelry and a few items from my past purges. I'll put a link in the description box below to her eBay store. Just counting newly decluttered things, I got rid of 36 items in those 2 boxes. So due to a busy work schedule, I only had 1 day a week to declutter, so for the second week, I went through my Christmas CD collection. People still buy CDs, right? I know, I'm probably about 10 years too late on these. Well, at least a few of these promo compilations and singles are semi-rare, so hopefully they'll sell. So I got rid of 26 Christmas CDs altogether, donating a few of the non-collectible ones to my local library. Another thing I got rid of the second week was a bunch of small cardboard boxes. I'd been saving them just in case I ever got my act together to do eBay, but now that Mary's doing it for me, I just saved a few of the larger ones and broke down and recycled these 16 boxes. The third week I went through my shelves and bins to look for paper collectibles that may be eBay worthy. A parody of the LA Times. This is so old Reagan was still president. Here's a program from the 1991 VMAs. It's hard to believe Rico Suave was in the same category as Chris Isaac's Wicked Game. Thank goodness the right video won. I have a bunch of magazines. Now this issue of Trouser Press is cool. One half looks back on the 70s while the other half looks ahead to the 80s. Iron-on transfers from National Lampoon. Only one was used, so there are still 15. Most of them are political in nature. It's kind of ironic that in this issue of People, Cher is on the cover whining about turning 50, and in the back of the magazine is an article on the fabulous Palm Springs Follies where the cast proudly flaunted their ages. Here we've got some record company promo items, like Black Crowes rolling papers, stickers. These 2 are Concrete Blonde, Alice Cooper, Grateful Dead, some postcards, REM, my favorite Neil Finn. This one celebrating the music of Leonard Cohen comes with a button. And here's one promoting a film that Flea was in. This postcard hung on my bulletin board for years. As cute as Peter Frampton was in the 70s, he was pretty damn hot in the early 90s too. This Nirvana postcard promoting their appearance on SNL, I would guess is probably worth the most of all of these. Here's a couple of backstage passes. Record LP inserts for Elton John's Captain Fantastic and Three Dog Night's 7 Separate Fools. These postcards I picked up at a broadcasting convention, and I got this Bob Hope fan there too. Here's a Twin Peaks newsletter. And as you can see, a lot of the stuff I've been holding on to since the 80s and 90s when I worked in radio. For over 30 years, I've let these things take up space in my homes and weigh me down. They have not added any value to my life. I'm not super sentimental about any of it, but because I deem these things collectible, I couldn't just give or throw them away. A few more collectibles. An ice bag made by B.F. Goodrich from the 50s that was my grandma's. This adorable stuffed Coffee Tea and Meow Kleban cat from the 70s. Okay, this one I'm a little sentimental about. Here's a vintage Valentine. Some more movie promotional items. A Virginia Slims 1980 date book. I have 2 each of John, Paul, and George, but no Ringo. Again, counting just the newly purged items, I was able to get rid of another 98 things. There was still room in the box, so I added this Scooby-Doo VHS tape. What makes this collectible is the trick-or-treat bag that came with it. A promotional tote bag from the early days of Nick at Night. 2 pairs of pants and a dress that still had their tags attached. And some vintage ads that at one time I was going to frame. Lucy and Desi and their Palm Springs home. The Nelsons gargling. And as a total surprise, I also found these items in the envelope with the ads. Look how beautiful Bryan Ferry is, and I did not even remember that I owned this window card for Clue. So as long as we're keeping track of the numbers of items I'm getting rid of, let's add the 2 plastic shoe boxes and 41 plastic record sleeves that I used to protect the items I was mailing. Clutter is clutter, so it all counts, right? So now it's the 4th week, and since I recently did some online shopping, I need to find 21 things to declutter. A principle I adopted this year is the 1 in, 1 out rule, aka the hokey pokey rule. You put one thing in, you take one thing out. For the most part, I'm just replacing some clothing items. For instance, I bought some new underwear, and you'll just have to trust me that there are 15 old pairs in here. I am not showing my granny panties on YouTube. To make room for the other 6 things I bought, I'm decluttering this pair of shoes, a lipstick, a dress, and a skirt, and I had 2 of these wire shelves. When we moved them, the paint started chipping off and got all over the carpet. It was just a mess. So those went straight into the trash before I could take a photo. I think I made some great progress this month, decluttering a total of 250 things. I've been holding on to these collectibles for a long time, and I'm so thankful to Mary for helping me get over that hurdle and finally part with them. If you're interested, please check the description box below for the link to her eBay store. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've stayed all the way to the end, I love you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button.